Good afternoon. Welcome to Military Strategies. We're live on February 4th, 2026, with breaking news about Iran. And it seems that the United States of America is sending another carrier strike group directly to the Mediterranean. The situation is becoming more and more dangerous. And this doesn't seem like it's going to be a negotiation, but quite the opposite. It's preparation for a total war against the regime of the Ayatollahs. On the very day we find out and learn about the atrocities they've committed against their own people. Family, likes, comments, let's begin. Good afternoon, family. Welcome to Military Strategies. We're live. Thanks for joining us. Military Strategies announced it yesterday. I'm really surprised. It seems really strange that the United States of America would embark on a military operation against Iran with only one aircraft carrier. Today, sources that neither confirm nor deny it are saying that the United States ship Ford, the George Bush. The Ford is in the Caribbean. George Bush is heading to the Mediterranean. My goodness, this is going to cause a huge mess. We're going to give you details because it's not just coming alone, it's definitely coming with 4 destroyers and another missile-launching submarine. Everything makes sense and comes together. Family? Why is the United States deploying another aircraft carrier? We'll explain the military strategies. Welcome. Thanks for your likes and comments. All right, let's get to it. The George Bush. Thank you. United States Navy aircraft carrier. One of the latest of the Nimitz class, which was built and is going to provide firepower. Now, it really is necessary to be deployed against Iran. In service since January 10, 2009. Nothing more and nothing less than nuclear propulsion. It's the last one as far as I know, or one of the last of the Nimitz class, one of the last now. Now, this one could be heading, if everything seems to indicate, towards the Mediterranean. From there, it's likely that it will cross the Suez Canal and position itself in the operations area alongside the Lincoln. Or maybe it will stay in the Mediterranean with its strike group and launch attacks on the western side of Iran. All of that can happen, all of that can occur, and it makes sense. Recent events have made it clear who the United States allies are and who are not. This is also important. Marco Rubio made a statement. In fact, we've had to change the front page. We've had to modify the live broadcast, so I apologize to you. We've had to make last-minute changes. Because, of course, sending another aircraft carrier with another battle group indicates several things. Diplomacy has failed. Although this Friday they are going to meet in Oman, it seems there will be a meeting or something between Iranians and we don't know who else. Or maybe we won't make it to Friday. But this completely changes the plans. I'm going to show you something so you can keep it in mind. Let's get to it. Right now, we have a list of countries that are supposed to be allies of the United States who have told the United States that no plane will pass through here to attack Iran. There is nothing worse in the art of war than cowards. There is nothing worse than betrayal. Countries such as Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Oman, and Turkey. Now, they have said through Witkoff they won't allow attacks on Iran, that the cost for them could be too high, and that they are not going to get involved in this matter. As a result, the United States of America has had no other option but to send another aircraft carrier. Of course, the inability to use the bases established in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, and Qatar, it must be replaced by another battle group or aircraft carrier. That way, even though Iran is going to fire at the United States missile bases in the region, it won't fire at the skyscrapers in Dubai. And this is what Iran has said. If you go hand in hand with the United States, we will launch drones at you until the desert sand covers your skyscrapers. And of course, faced with this, the cowards had to give in and say, don't worry, they won't get through here. Total madness, huh? This is total madness. And what madness? The only one that is still on the side of the United States is Israel. The only one maintaining its military alliance is Israel. That's right. But how did all this happen? How did we get here? I want to show you a bit of the picture we have today of the military capabilities in the region. You must pay attention to understand the numbers and their meaning. Yesterday we talked about the different phases of combat and everything that could happen in the next few hours in this infographic. Let's look here at the European Command plus the Central Command. That's what they've deployed now. In the United Kingdom, B-52 planes, F-35 planes, refueling planes are also in the United Kingdom, and we have refueling planes in Germany. In Spain, we have two destroyers, the Oscar Austin and the Paul Gimnathius, which are at the Rota base. Those two Arleigh Burke-class destroyers could join in. Upon the arrival of either the aircraft carrier or the bus, will they start heading towards the Mediterranean? Let's continue. Thank you for watching the video. In the Eastern Mediterranean area, we have refueling planes, P-8 naval warfare aircraft, and we also have planes ready. Thank you for watching the video. To provide fuel, so we already know where things are coming from, let's continue. Jordan, F-15 and A-10 aircraft, the Thunderbolts. The A-10S are for ground attack and close air support at low altitude. Vehicle destroyers, tanks, combat lines, they can wipe out entire columns of vehicles. They're flying tanks, so we know that if they're going to be used, the operation against Iran will be full scale. These don't fire cruise missiles. F-15 aircraft, these do launch cruise missiles and are also for air superiority. They can carry a large number of missiles in the Saudi Arabia area, tanker planes, combat aircraft. Also, take a look here. Just with destroyers, right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 destroyers, plus the ones that are coming, I think another 4 more, so we would have 14 or 15. They will probably be included. There isn't so far any Ticonderoga class cruiser missile launcher. Those have even greater missile launching capacity. They're older than the Arleigh Burke class destroyers, but they carry a ton of missiles on board. 2 missile launching submarines, the Georgia and the Dakota. Cruise missiles, lots of them. Do you see them? A total of 1,114 cruise missiles. Between submarines and destroyers, over 1,114. Is that crazy? There's something else that needs to be said. In the Gulf War, in the first few hours, more than 500 cruise missiles were launched to make it clear to Saddam Hussein that he was going to be overthrown. There are still more to come. Then we have the Abraham Lincoln Group, which is there with the 9 embarked squadrons of F-18 aircraft, and we also have the F-35s that are on that ship. The Black Knights. Who shot down the drone the other day? There's debate about whether a missile was used to bring down the Iranian drone. I don't think a missile was used directly. A machine gun, and using a missile is just too expensive. Along with that aircraft carrier, the one we're looking at, there are 3 escort destroyers, 3 protecting it with a ring of anti-air defense. These wouldn't be precisely configured for land attack, although they could have that capability. They'd be configured for naval attack and anti-air defense, harpoon missiles, anti-ship missiles, and anti-air missiles, a kind of mega protective shield around the Lincoln. Then we have a bunch of auxiliary ships that provide fuel, transport logistics, and handle security. There are also littoral combat ships, and we also have minesweepers to detect if there will be mine layers in the Strait of Hormuz, to find them and eliminate them. Look, in terms of air assets and on land, what do we have? A lot of F-15 planes have been deployed. It's crazy. There are also F-16s. Let's expand here. 12 F-16s, 36 F-15s, 54 F-35s. 36 F-15s also in the United Kingdom. That means we have 36 F-15s in Jordan. A number of around 15 or 20, possibly down to 10. We have 54 F-35s in the United Kingdom, 36 F-15s, 15 in the United Kingdom, 6 F-35s that could be deployed in Rota, also on standby, and the 6 Growlers that have already gone. They've already been moved. They rotated from Rota to Jordan. We have electronic warfare planes, high payload aircraft such as F-15S, and stealth aircraft like F-35s. No more and no less. We also have maritime patrol vessels, like Coast Guard types, and these will escort the oil tankers so that trade is not affected. There you have them, 6 of them. If another aircraft carrier were to arrive now, we would have to include that entire deployment. 4, at least 4 or 3 destroyers, plus logistics ships. And this doesn't seem to be a negotiation. The United States is just buying time because of the so-called allies are leaving them hanging. That's reality. Turkey is opposed to military action against Iran, just like many other countries. Has Mark Rubio commented? The red line, the one that is non-negotiable and must be upheld. Regarding the ballistic missiles that have been destroyed by Iran, it's not negotiable if Iran doesn't dismantle its ballistic missile military program, its missile stockpiles, and its launchers. The United States or Israel is going to launch the attack. Be careful, because Israel can also launch it, and we haven't even added Israel's air capabilities to this fleet. The 12-day war started 3 days before the United States sat down to negotiate with Iran. The negotiation is Friday. Day 6. Thank you. No doubt a hot weekend. For the whole region, very hot. What are the Ayatollahs doing? What is the regime doing? We have breaking news from Gaza. Prepare for what's coming next. What you don't see on television, what you don't see on Spanish television, on all the channels, on television, those who start crying when they leave Fakot because the prisoners are behaving badly. We have breaking news from Gaza. Get ready. Thank you. And you're going to see what's really happening in Gaza. What's going on? All right? The situation we see is clear. The United States has to put an end to the regime of Iran. Why? I'll show you a short clip, just a few seconds, and stop before the end so you can understand why. This happened at the beginning of January during the protests. A police vehicle. I'm going to get almost there. Let's see if I can. A little more, a little more. All the people you see right in front of the vehicle are all run over. These people have no scruples at all. These people don't have respect for their people. They have nothing. They only want to destroy and wipe out their people by any means necessary. The violence that has taken over there is too much. Too much. There are videos that are chilling and really show what the situation is like inside Iran. The United States urged people to protest. The United States can't back down now. If the United States backs down now, Iranians won't forgive them. That's why it's clear, crystal clear also, what we're talking about. Is this going to delay operations? You might be wondering about strategies. How long will it take for the aircraft carrier to arrive? If it goes at full speed, at its maximum capacity, it could take 8 days to reach the Mediterranean, about a week and a bit. It will likely stop or slow in Rota for food supplies. Then it will continue forward, and we'll have to see if it's going to cross the Suez Canal or stay in the eastern Mediterranean to provide security to the area of Israel. Should they attack Hezbollah or attack through the Israel corridor to it?
Siria, Iraq, Iran.
Chapter 1. I being objective about this, think and believe. And we're going to see it on the map right now, family. Let's see what's happening on the map. Remind me to tell you something important later. It's unrelated, but still important. All right, here we have the map of the region. This aircraft carrier that has left the United States is going to cross the Mediterranean. It will arrive in this area, and it will be positioned over this area. Most likely, as usual. What they also do is make a stop in Greece and Crete in this bay. This is where they usually park the aircraft carrier for a couple of days and then position it in this area. Why is there no difference? Because I say the most sensible thing is to place it in the eastern Mediterranean. It's an area that isn't currently covered by United States air power. Would there be a place for Abraham Lincoln in Latin America? It's south of Oman, this area we see here, so the Abraham Lincoln would be responsible for those attacks. In the southeast sector of Iran, that is, the whole area of Bandar Abbas, all this area here, sweeping the coastal zone. And this last aircraft carrier, if it's finally confirmed, which I think it will be, because it makes sense to have two aircraft carriers. Imagine if one fails, or if there's a problem or anything, you have to have another one. This one could launch attacks from that area together with Israel. Watch closely. I'm about to show you something interesting. Why? Because it's something that's also important. Israel can share, in fact, it can or knows how to work together with the United States of America in military operations. The Air Force could work together and add the aircraft from the aircraft carrier, plus Israel's aircraft, with unlimited in-flight refueling and unique capabilities. The greatest military catastrophe ever seen in that area could occur. This isn't the Gulf War anymore, when Israel hid in shelters with cameras and gas masks to protect themselves. Saddam Hussein's attacks. No, this is nothing like that. This is a whole different situation. Look. Normally, the attacks in the 12-day war, this is the Nebatin base. This information we're providing doesn't endanger any military operation, nor the state of Israel or anyone else. This is public information, military analysis. That's what we do here. And that's what this channel is about. It's not about anything else. Let's say Jordan doesn't care if Israeli planes fly through its airspace. And they go to Saturn. And they take the fastest route. Milk, 1,500 kilometers. Let's mark that line. 1,500 kilometers. Why do I say Jordan might not care? Because Jordan has many F-15 planes ready to take off. Let's suppose that we don't involve Jordan in Vale's route. Let's do it more or less like we did last time. We head up north. We cross into Syria, skirting the border. When here we cross things. 1,700 kilometers. Let's mark it as well. Let's mark this one in turquoise. There it is.
Ahí está.
We're avoiding Jordanian airspace here, right? You enter through Syria because they lack air defenses and can't stop you. If they try, they'll be destroyed. And now we have the option of the aircraft carrier news. Let's imagine that the aircraft carrier positions itself at a relatively safe distance. Let's imagine, of course, here we have to measure something. Hezbollah also has anti-ship missiles. Hezbollah. Let's mark a reference point north of Tyre. Set a safety distance of about 500 kilometers from Lebanon's coast. For the aircraft carrier, why? Subsonic missiles at 500 kilometers? Do the carrier and destroyers have enough time to neutralize the threat? So now we know it could be in this area, along the diagonal of Cyprus, in this zone we see here. Imagine a straight line here, or a little further back, it doesn't matter. Let's start from this base area to see exactly where the aircraft carrier could go, where it could be located. Marking the lines is interesting, since I also feel something else will happen. the aircraft carrier of the United States of America. The bus focuses on this area, crosses Lebanon, joins the corridor to Tehran, and we have 1,800 kilometers. We mark this line in blue from the United States. Goodbye. Now we have 3 ways to reach Tehran. Needless to say, these are the same planes that can be tasked with launching attacks on Tabriz, much closer, about 1,400 kilometers away. Another of the lines that this aircraft carrier can cover. We'll put it here, thank you. All the targets in between, obviously, can all be attacked, which frees up the F-15S from Jordan for us. Let's see where they are. We're looking for the capital, Amman. Slightly on the outskirts. Around this area. The F-15S can focus on attacking the areas with acquired immune deficiency syndrome. United States. Look, we station F-35s and F-15S in Jordan to cover the country's central region, like the one we just saw, Siraz. Or something much better. One of the crown jewels, or Hanmabad, which is 1,100 kilometers from the base in Jordan. Let's mark this here. Keep in mind that later, these lines we're marking might be crossed. Or we could look for it. Kermashan, which is in this area, also about 1,200 kilometers away. Approximately 1,000 kilometers, we could go to Isfahan, which is a little farther, about 1,500 kilometers. And this is already starting to make sense to me. Still, even though we're seeing this, for me, there's something that's vital. The big twist in this story is this going to be the twist? From the United Kingdom? The F-15S and F-35s in a historic display never seen before. Maybe, I don't know if they're going to cross through airspace of Turkey or not. They're going to do the mega mission 4,000 kilometers with the bombers. To Tehran? The element of surprise, radars off, transponders off. At the Jordan bases, everything will appear normal. Israeli spies won't spot any takeoffs, nothing unusual. The F-15S in Jordan won't fly. The ones in Qatar, nothing will happen there either, nor in this area, with the aircraft carrier which is being watched by drones. 2 drones have been shot down, by the way. Not 1, but 2. No one will notice anything until the first bombs fall on Tehran. Then, at that moment, they'll take off quickly. In what's called the elephant walk. All moving out to attack. Iran using cruise missiles, precision bombs, and long-range missiles. And Israel, possibly with those air-launched ballistic missiles. The rocks, so dangerous. Golden Horizon is another name they use for that type of weapon. That's what could happen. That's what might happen until next time. Probably all because They haven't wanted to. Help the Arab countries, the United States, and Israel. This is going to be a turning point. The United States thought it could do it. With the help of the Arab countries. Now it realizes things won't be that way. That the Arab countries are not going to be there for the United States, that the Arab countries are not going to be supporting the United States. They'll probably carry out missions to shoot down drones, not much more. This can also free the United States from the defense operation. But be careful, because there's an important point, something we also need to realize. If the United States of America delegates the air defense of some territories in the Middle East to its Arab allies, it's a risk. It's a risk that Israel can't take either. Because, says Donald Trump, this is in response to your super chat, which we'll show now. Why does Trump say that the greatest military power is now heading toward Iran as if they were going to attack China? Because Trump wants to deliver a decisive blow in 1 week, and that's it. He doesn't want to stay there for 4 months. Decisive, precise, massive, and finish them off. Lizzie, thank you very much, Aaron. There are more enemies than people realize. Florencia Salon. Where is Hilad? Thanks, Strategius, for always being here. Kadima. You never negotiate with terrorists, Einstein High. A world free of terrorists. Captain Trino, thank you so much. It's already been 10 months with Captain Trino with us, family. If you want to support the channel, you can do so with your super chats. We also have PayPal. You can see it there. Down below PayPal. Military strategies. Could you help expand this content's reach? Joseph, greetings, military strategies family. From Jerusalem, get the bunker ready. Iran threw a tantrum and things are heating up. That's right, Joseph, get the bunker ready. Israel is getting ready. We have to go. This is the moment. There's no turning back. There's no way out. Amilcar. Thank you very much, Josete. Thank you for your information, military strategies. Thank you very much, Ibis. Thank you very much. Alvaro Algara, a Spanish journalist in Caracas, has been released, but Elsie Rodriguez's regime still obtained it illegally and arbitrarily. Thanks for the info. Tonight we discuss Venezuela and recent events there. I think they don't publicly support the attack on Iran, not out of fear, but because of interests opposed to Israel in the West. What happens if Iran falls? Sounds like they don't want ballistic missiles hitting Dubai, Qatar, and similar places. Goodbye, Cappy. Can POTUS refuse replacements to the Arabs? Well, will there be any pressure? POTUS has to learn who he can trust. Isaac in Israel High, thank you. Strategies? Thanks so much for the super chat, my friend. You have to know who you trust. Anyway, hey, let me tell you something. Better? Better? I mean, military strategy sounding better. It sounded like the United States doesn't have the ability to take out Iran without the help of the Arabs. No, that's not the case. The only thing happening in this story is that the United States will have to mobilize another aircraft carrier group. And now, it really won't have to ask any of them what they think about the attack. That's why they're meeting in Nomad this Friday. Surely nothing will happen this weekend, and the next one, the one coming up around the weekend, when all the anti-air defense systems are already set up. Thank you for watching the video about the aircraft carrier. It will take 10 to 12 days to arrive. Things are starting to be seen. It's likely. It's very likely, and we'll see what happens. Let's move on to another topic now. Let's move on to another story now. Breaking news, breaking. Gaza, Gaza? What is it about Gaza that keeps so many people up at night? Well, it seems that those from human rights organizations, the Red Cross, all those people with a questionable reputation are insisting that in Gaza, Israel is bombing ambulances, schools, hospitals. Please pay attention to this. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It's important. What you are about to see now is one more test, one more example of who the story's villain is. And that's 500 already. Family, welcome to Gaza and its reality. The white ambulance, the guys in black. You guys give them a name. Next. You can see an assault rifle entering an ambulance marked with the crescent moon. The ambulance moving through Gaza, carrying weapons from one area to another. Israel following it. And now, look, there's a guy showing up with a Kalashnikov. Ooh, version. This is the one where the stock folds quickly. More loose weapons are gathered around there. Let's open the scene. There we are. Left side of the image. See that guy with another assault rifle? Let's start marking because someone should be ashamed of this. Rifle, rifle. I'll move the camera so they can't say I'm hiding anything. Let's get out of here and go down there. Everyone, pass the rifle to the ambulance. Everyone gets into the ambulance and then they arrive in Israel. The people from Reuters arrive. All these big television agencies, these big agencies come and tell us
and they arrive and ask them, what is what?
he may have bombed an ambulance. Maybe he bombed an ambulance. Greetings. Well, who has been discharged? Over there? To the Islamic Jihad commander in northern Gaza. Come on, let's put some headlines here. It's been a while since we've moved around Gaza. Let's go down there again. You see? Come on, photographs. The collection keeps growing. Gaza is being cleared out. Here you have the little creature. You're going to see this little one now. There it is, eliminated. Who is it? Who is the commander of the Islamic Jihad in the north of Gaza? Nothing happens if you don't disarm. Israel is there to disarm you, so don't disarm yourselves. But there's more. We have more headlines. Remember the guy who tried to kill Donald Trump? Or is he a terrorist? Yeah, This guy who was with a sandwich in the bushes there at Mar-a-Lago, waiting for Trump to pass by while playing golf, sentenced for life. Plus 7 years. Goodbye. Congratulations, American justice. Breaking news. Subscribe now. We'll return to Gaza shortly. Breaking news coming in now. Oh my goodness. Let's stop this, okay? Let's stop this. Breaking news. Share the channel now, family. All right. Right now, it has just been confirmed. No more and no less. Subscribe, Bombshell News. News? Bombshell? Right now it's confirmed. The meeting planned for this Friday in Oman between the United States of America and Iran has just been canceled.
Sure.
Meeting. Have you realized that another aircraft carrier is coming, and do you know what that means? They knew that without another aircraft carrier, the operation wouldn't be launched. And now they know it's going to happen. The Iranians claimed that they wanted to move the talks to Oman and hold them bilaterally. United States officials considered the request to change the venue, but they rejected it. We told them it was this or nothing, and the Iranians said, well, then nothing. It's going to get out of hand. It's going to get really out of hand. We're live now on Military Strategies, family. Breaking news. Is diplomacy over? Every man for himself. Channel I-24 News. Channel I-24 News. Authorities estimate that there is a high probability of an attack against Iran, following the failure of talks with the United States. Right now, everything is happening. According to Al-Mayadeen, the Hezbollah media outlet, General Advisor Kamidreza Mukhtar Marf says from prison that Iran will launch a wide-scale attack and would target all United States troops, not just one or two bases. Polymarket, oh wow, how's it doing? Well. Likelihood of Iran being attacked before February 28th. Just rose by 7% and 34%.
So,
Oh my God. Total madness. And that's what we're saying. We have an official statement from Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio just explained what happened. Breaking news right now here on Military Strategies. Oh my God, Marco Rubio. It's getting messy, huh? It's really getting messy. We have to do several things. The first one, before we go with Marco Rubio, we have to change the title again. The thing is, this never stops, huh? All right, let's look for the virtual editor of military strategies, who obviously doesn't exist. We don't have editors. Here, everything is done in-house like homemade food. There's nothing better. Negotiations break down and relations with IRAM are cut off. Permanently. Let's put it that way. Talks with Iran ended permanently. And we have the statement from Marco Rubio. We have Marco, who will soon be the new president of Iran. At this rate, Marco Rubio will have more countries under his rule than any other world dignitary. Yes, negotiations are over. The aircraft carrier is already on its way. We were already warning about it. Now we can definitely confirm the aircraft carrier, because this is going to take things to a whole new stratospheric level. Well, just a couple of days. It could even be this weekend. I think they're going to wait for the aircraft carrier to play it safe, to go all in. All right, let's adjust here so everything fits completely. There we go. Let's change the title, family. This is huge because if there are no more negotiations, if we're not negotiating anymore, what are we waiting for? For nothing? There we are. Negotiations with Iran are permanently broken off. Marco Rubio breaking. Marco Rubio press conference.
Remind everyone what I've said throughout my public service career, including during my Senate confirmation hearing. The Iranian people and regime are quite different, so what about the Iranian people?
Thank you,
says Marco Rubio. But I remind everyone of what I've said throughout my public service career, including during my Senate confirmation hearing. The Iranian people and the Iranian regime are very different. What the Iranian people want reflects a culture with a deep history. Iran's clerical leadership does not represent the Iranian people. I don't know any other country where there is such a big gap between those who govern the country and those who live in it. Our hope lies in that difference. As for the president's opinion on the treatment of the protesters, he was very clear about it. His public statements helped stop planned mass executions that were about to occur. Additionally, the president still has options to address these and future events. As for the talks with the Iranians, this is where the key point comes in. What happened? What happened with the talks? The Iranians had agreed on a certain format. For some reason, that has changed. We'll try to get back on track, but the United States is ready to meet with them. I think it was scheduled for Friday. Steve Witkoff was ready to go, and we were prepared. What? The Iranians want to meet? We're ready. They've expressed interest in talking. If they change their mind, that's fine too, but we prefer to meet and talk. I'm not sure if an agreement can be reached, but we'll try to find out. We'll see. We don't see any problem in exploring if something can be done. This is a president who prefers a peaceful solution to any conflict, challenge. And have the Iranians said to Marco Rubio, thank you for the video, thank you very much. There's the door over there. Oh my God.
War drums. War drums. Tremendous.
Well, nothing. Updated on Twitter. We're live, family. I'm going to try. Let's see if I have time. I don't know. Seeing how things are going. Seeing how the situation is turning out. Are we going to try or should we try? Thanks. To have a different coverage this time of what is going to happen. I won't share many details. You don't need to give too many details, but this time we'll try something different. I'm letting you know that's where things are headed. The topic of Salvador will have to wait. I know many people want to see it to realize let's see, I think it went down. I think we're live again. Can you confirm if everything sounds good? I think at this moment it's important for us to realize the situation as it is worldwide and what's coming next. It's a big challenge. What's happening with Iran will require us to rise to the task. Very important. By the way, last night we were talking about Petro. Today we have Petro on video. Let's hear what Petronidas said about his White House visit. How did he feel about visiting and handing out Trump hats? Did something happen, Petro?
Drug trafficking isn't what you imagine. The front line of drug trafficking. They live in Dubai, in Madrid, in Miami.
Strange, Petro dodging the question.
Do the United States agencies know them? I gave their names to President Trump, their connections beyond themselves. They are the top bosses. Their assets are outside of Colombia, and they must be pursued jointly through the coordination of intelligence from many sectors around the world. It's already proposed and underway.
We have another big hit. In Venezuela. This doesn't stop like this. We're not leaving. We're not leaving. We have a big hit. Breaking news in Venezuela. Right now.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
Chavismo. Betty, also known as Daisy Rodriguez, has ordered nothing less than the arrest of Alex Saab, Nicolas Maduro's frontman. I can't believe this if it's true. Oh my God. Alex Saab will be extradited to the United States.
Oh my God. That's incredible, huh? Incredible. I can't believe it.
Alex Saab is going to be arrested, captured. Wait, they're going after Raul Gorin, too. For treason, conspiracy, and corruption. Oh my God, Venezuela, tonight here on Military Strategies, all the details, everything that's happening right now. We have no life since we have to be here for everyone and for everything. Family, I'll see you later here on Military Strategies. I'll leave you in good hands. JR, in quotes. Marcelo Kisilevsky is also live and coming up soon. And Jewish Link, where Dr. Gattel is also speaking. Choose whichever you prefer. All information is helpful. What's more, you can watch everything later and support the channel with your likes and comments. Thank you very much. See you in the next program here on Military Strategies. Family, greetings. Thank you. Honestly, this is coming. This is coming, and it's coming big. Only God knows what will happen. We'll see. Thank you, Shay.